It's now a great privilege to welcome another international guest this time. Charlene Wong is the Secretary General of the Harvard Secretariat. She studies government and economics at Harvard and was born in tropical Singapore and grew up in Edison, New Jersey. Please give her a very big Melbourne welcome.
Delegates and faculty advisors, distinguished guests, Mr. Southwick, Professor Francis, Professor Evans, and Mr. Woodthorpe. Welcome to WorldMUN and welcome to the 22nd session of Harvard World Model United Nations. My name is Charlene Wong, and it is my pleasure and privilege to serve as your Secretary General. Friends of mine who don't do Model UN often ask me, what's the point of simulating a failed organization? And whatever the UN's strengths and weaknesses, so brilliantly summarized earlier by the Honorable Gareth Evans, WorldMUN is not about imitating the international relations of the present, but rather it is about forging the international relations of the future. From dancing in Taiwan's most treasured national monument, the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, to lighting the Olympic torch in Vancouver, every WorldMUN is shaped by the city it is hosted in. But while no two WorldMUNs are alike, what connects all 22 WorldMUNs is something we like to call the WorldMUN spirit. The WorldMUN spirit is characterized by cross-cultural cooperation and exchange. It's crossing geographies and breaking boundaries of language, ethnicity, and nationality. It's experiencing dozens of cultures in a single evening at Global Village. And the WorldMUN spirit goes beyond the committee room and our social events. WorldMUN was the birthplace of the Resolution Project, which has taken on a life of its own as a global network of youth social entrepreneurs. We're incredibly excited to welcome the Resolution Project once again as hosts of the Social Venture Challenge. Now, WorldMUN has always specialized in breaking through barriers. 3 years after the fall of the Berlin Wall, we held our first conference in the former Eastern Bloc. 21 WorldMUNs later, we've brought this conference to our 6th continent. Is anyone from Antarctica interested in bidding for next year? Now this week, I encourage you to, and I urge you to allow yourself to live the WorldMUN spirit through your actions both inside and outside committee. As delegates, try to persuade others of the validity of your point of view. Don't simply work with people who share your same ideas. While we do give out diplomacy awards, WorldMUN is not ultimately about competition. You will gain so much more from listening to your peers rather than trying to shout over them. And when you're at a social event, don't just stick with your team or with your committee, but rather engage with someone with whom you would not otherwise have the chance to meet. And resolve to stay in touch long after WorldMUN ends. And when you're not in committee, venture out into the beautiful city of Melbourne. The Harvard team's only been in Australia for a few days, but already we can see how the city of Melbourne and the state of Victoria embody the WorldMUN spirit. It's the place where Aussie rules football and Test cricket were born. And the Melbourne area itself is incredibly diverse, with residents from more than 140 nationalities living side by side. And WorldMUN's success is built upon the help and the support of many different people and groups. It is my pleasure to thank our Melbourne Host Directorate, who have worked tirelessly to realize our shared vision for WorldMUN 2013. Thank you to the state of Victoria, to Monash and RMIT universities, as well as the city of Melbourne for their generosity. Thank you to our partners, the Melbourne Convention Bureau and the Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Center, to sponsors the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, Australian Aid, UNICEF, and One Just World. Above all, I want to thank all of the delegates and faculty advisors, for it is you who make WorldMUN possible. Over the next 4 days, I hope to get to know each and every one of you and to meet you. And in this beautiful plenary hall, perhaps you can't see it because it's dark, but when it's light, you'll see that the seats are many different shades of green. They're intended to represent the different blades of grass in the Melbourne cricket ground. To me, these different shades represent the extraordinary diversity of our almost 2,000 delegates from 60 different countries, but also the fact that we all share the same WorldMUN spirit. Thank you.